Well, it was an inside job, as 6 people were just convicted of fraud for stealing an estimated $66 million from the food stamp program. It's all highlighted right here in this article, which I will be popping up on the screen for you in just a minute so you can see exactly what happened and how did they steal $66 million? We've got millions of low-income seniors, fixed income, low-income, people with disabilities who are begging for $100, $200, maybe $300 a month to put food on the table. And we've got these people stealing $66 million? Really? Like, how do you pull that off, right? You could buy entire grocery stores for that amount of money. But yet we're asking for like 200 to get like one bag of groceries? Something doesn't make sense here, right? Well, quick side note, by the way, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for at least the last 3 months, 6 months, maybe the last year or so, as good as the food stamp program is and how nice it really is to help out so many people out there, it's also a very, very, very broken program. I've said this so many times before in other videos. It's a really good program, but it is literally riddled with fraud. When I say that, what I mean by that is that the EBT benefit cards, for example, are like the easiest cards in the world for these people to hack. They can easily take benefits right off of them, stealing money literally right from beneficiaries. That's very broken. Not only that, there's other things like this within the program. Again, stealing money from seniors, people with disabilities, low income. That is very messed up. Something about this does not make any sense whatsoever. So again, I'm going to pop this up on the screen for you so you can read the article and you can see what they're saying here, but this is nuts, right? All right, anyway, quick side note, if you're enrolled in Medicare, please take advantage of this free resource. Give them a call. It is totally free. That phone number right there, just a simple phone call to get a quick review of your current plan. Again, 5, 10, 15, maybe 20 or 30 minutes tops to have them review your current situation and to see what plan options you have available to you to get better coverages and to save you a boatload of money. The average person calling them is saving $1,100. That's the average savings, by the way. By the way, it is not guaranteed. That some people save more, some people save less, but that is the average savings from giving a quick call there to review your current Medicare plan. And again, supplement plans, Medigap plans, Part D plans, Medicare Advantage, initial enrollment into Medicare if you're 65 or you're retiring, whatever it happens to be. A simple phone call. Seriously, I'm not sure about you, but that's a really good return on your time to call and just see what are your options. By the way, quick side note, with annual enrollment coming up in just a few months here, if you call them and establish that communication with them now, you'll get moved to the front of the line for annual enrollment. Otherwise, you're going to be the back of the line of 70 million seniors. You don't want to be there. All right, anyway, more on that a little bit later. But seriously, give them a call. Write that number down. You'll be very glad you did, and they will certainly take care of you. And by the way, bring your list of questions. Ask them. They can answer anything for you. All right, anyway, let's pop this article up on the screen right here, right now. You can feel free to read through. I'm going to point out just a couple of the key details within it that are shocking, disturbing, whatever else you want to say about this. All right, anyway. I'm going to be real with you. I'm not even sure how they did this, and I'm not even really sure like what this means and how it's like what they did here, okay? Apparently they set up 160 terminals, like EBT, electronic balance transfer terminals across this region, and apparently they were collecting benefits somehow. I'm going to be fair with you. I don't even know what that means. Like, how? What does that mean, right? So like, I'm not even sure, right? So anyway, they set up these 160 terminals, apparently, that were getting these EBT benefits somehow, some way. I don't know. They knew what they were doing here, and apparently worked really well because it got them $66 million of benefits out of the food stamp program. That is messed up right there, right? That's a lot of money. And they are also in a lot of trouble, right? As they should be, because they did something very wrong. That is not okay. Which, by the way, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I said it's an inside job. Check this out. As you saw there at the top of the headline or the article, a fraud investigator within the USDA was also one of the 6. Gee, what do you know? Somebody on the inside pulling the shady stuff and doing this, right? So you've got literally the fraud investigator within the USDA who's supposed to be finding things like this is actually one of them that's actually pulling this. I don't know. You hear about this stuff all the time, right? Somebody within the company embezzled millions. Well, there you go. Did it here too, right? Literally the exact same thing. Wow, that is unbelievable. But I guess if you're in a position where you know the ropes and you know, like, hey, let's look out for that landmine over there, and look out for that one, and look out for that trip rope right there, or tripwire right there. If you can, navigate all of that in this person's position, obviously they knew what to look out for and kind of how to pull this whole thing off, right? They knew things that the average person didn't know. So, anyway, but here's the thing. This is disgusting. I don't know how else to put it. This is really disgusting. This is taxpayer dollars that are being used to allocate to help low income, fixed income, people with disabilities, seniors, low income individuals that need help with their food. And if you're qualified for the program, by all means, take the money and use it, right? And that's what people do. But then people like this ruin programs like this because they're taking money that's supposed to be allocated for low income, fixed income, seniors, people with disabilities, those individuals that actually need the money to buy necessary food items. And here we are, like I said earlier, we're sitting here begging for $100, $150 a month, or $200 or $300 a month, whatever, a couple $100 per month to buy groceries, like 1 or 2 little bags of groceries. And then we've got things like this coming in and pulling this. This is nuts, right? It's just a really bad situation. So this is money that's supposed to be going to other people for food, but yet it's just being taken. Okay, now this is just one instance. Now you've heard me talk about this before in other videos, which is what? EBT cards have like 0 protections within them. So this is totally separate, but I'm just going to throw it out there as well. The EBT cards, unlike credit cards and debit cards that have the security chip in them, EBT cards have nothing. They have a magnetic strip on them. Who cares? That is like the easiest thing in the world for these people to hack. I'm gonna be fair with you. I don't know how to do it. I don't care to know how to do it. That's not the work that I'm in. I like to do honest things. I like to be transparent, and I like to do things that are above grade and like above the law, right? I don't want to be, doing shady stuff like that. So I don't even care how to do it. But my point is that apparently these magnetic strips are like very easily hackable. That's a really big problem because when people who are just innocently going to the grocery store, buying the necessary food items, going to the kiosk to check out, they swipe their card, they type in their PIN or whatever it happens to be, and if it has one of those skimming devices on it, well, kiss your benefits goodbye because they're going to swipe your card and they're going to take all your money, right? And I'm not saying that to scare anybody, but you've heard me talk about this. Tens of millions of dollars every single month across the country are being stolen from beneficiaries because EBT cards are out of date, like from the 90s or something. I mean, seriously, when were those magnetic strips actually a thing? And in like present time, it was a long, long time ago. The security chips have been around for quite a while, right? It's all it would take is for them to upgrade the cards. But they're too cheap to do it. They're too cheap to upgrade the cards and make them secure. They would rather keep blowing and losing tens of millions of dollars per month to these people that are swiping cards and taking money right out of the possession of beneficiaries who need the money because they don't want to spend a couple $1,000,000 or whatever it is, 10 million, 20, 50 million, who cares, to update the cards and send those all out to the beneficiaries so they're properly protected to get their money saved. I don't know. Something about this seems very weird. But again, I mentioned this before in other videos, how broken this is, just like so many other programs that are out there focused on low income, fixed income. A lot of really good programs out there to help people, but at the same time, they're so broken because they don't keep them up to date. Just like SSI, so broken. Good program, very broken, very out of date because they've done nothing to maintain it. It's like driving a car from the 70s. Cool car, awesome car, but if you don't do anything to maintain it, it's going to be a pile. It's going to be a big old piece driving around, right? You got to maintain it somewhat. Cool car, good program, but not if you don't maintain it. Then it turns into just a big old pile of garbage, right? Anyway, this is what's out there. I just want to bring this to your attention. I want you to know what's going on out in the world that you probably don't hear from your local news. Does your local news talk about this? I mean, maybe in the New York area because this is where it came out of. But for the most part, most are probably not talking about this. Anyway, I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. Again, if you're enrolled in Medicare, again, if you have a supplement plan, Medigap plan, Part D plan, Medicare Advantage, initial enrollment into Medicare, whatever it happens to be, make sure to call them. Your team of trusted advisors, just like I am right here for you, helping you out in any way that I possibly can be. They will work diligently to review your current plan, your current coverages, your needs as far as whatever it is that you need, so you can see the doctors you want, the providers you want to see, the networks you want to be within, the offices, the clinics you want to visit, the prescription needs if you have any at all. They're going to look through all of your options, find you your best plan coverages, the best options out there to get you covered properly and to save you a ton of money and present your options. And again, do yourself a huge favor. Call them now. Seriously, establish the communication. You don't have to sign up for anything. That's not what I'm saying. Don't sign up. You don't have to do anything. All I'm saying is just call, establish the communication, let them review your current plan, and just see where you're at. Get established for annual enrollment. When that opens up in just a few months, it's not that far away. It's just a few months away. When that opens up, then you're at the front of the line. That's a power position to be in. You do not want to be at the back of the line of 70 million seniors. Trust me, you just don't, okay? Just saying, okay? 70 million seniors. You don't want to be at the back of that line. It's going to be a while. By the way, they're going to be swamped. Seriously, it's kind of a slower time of year right now for them. Take advantage of it. Seriously, call them, have them review, see where you're at, have them look through their database to see what's available for you, and you can get the front of the line for annual enrollment. All right, anyway, hope this helps you. Think of a few people that need that information. Again, friends, family members, neighbors, acquaintances, siblings, coworkers, parents, neighbors down the street, neighbors down the hall, favorite cashier at the local grocery store or pharmacy. Go ahead and share that phone number with them as well. Thank you. Let's help some people out right now. And when they save a bunch of money and get better coverages, then you get all that credit. Awesome. Otherwise, please, if you're new here, if you've not done so, consider subscribing. Completely free to do so. Big subscribe button down below. Please share the video. Big share button down below. Check out the nearly 6,000 videos here on the channel in the video library. The popular videos I've hand selected for you down below in the description. Check those out. Otherwise, popping up on your screen in just a second. You'll see some videos there. Check those out. Otherwise, just have a nice day. That's all that matters right now. Enjoy and catch you again later in the next video.